evening, everyone. I know a lot of you are not awake. I've been up since 4, but I did go to bed at 8, so I got a good rest last night. But I wanted to kind of come on here and talk about some of the stuff that I used that is a more natural way of things. Used to, I mean, if you know me, I've been up and down, unhealthy, healthy, unhealthy, healthy all throughout my life too. And, you know, I was eating really good before I had my daughter. I was working out all the time and I was in great shape. But then I got pregnant with my daughter, got married, and my husband wasn't eating the best, you know, at the time. And he hadn't ate the best, you know, throughout his life because, you know, he was taught chips and pops and cakes and, you know, and stuff like most of us were. That's how I was taught. So I had my daughter, and my hormones just went crazy, and I was eating crappy and craving, you know, all this stuff, and went back very unhealthy. Got back on the healthy kick slowly, because stuff just doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow process on everything you do. So now we're back to pretty much, you can't come in my house and you can't just get pop. You can't get Debbie cakes. You can't get chips, and we don't go out to eat all the time. We do some, because we're not perfect. We still eat unhealthy sometimes. Like this Saturday, we're having our Thanksgiving dinner, and we're gonna just eat crappy Saturday. So we do have our unhealthy moments. It's just more controlled. So some of the things that I do buy that I've changed is raw milk. I buy raw milk, and it is, you know, I pay $11 a gallon for raw milk, but that's what's healthy. That's what's healthy for my family. Like Lumi deodorant, I don't go to Walmart and buy it because it's like $15 at Walmart or something like that. But if you go to the Lumi website, you can buy 3 of them at a time for like $33, $34. So that does cut down the cost a little bit. And then I've also changed like my toothpaste. Now I use Boca. I pay like $10, $11 for Boca toothpaste. We buy our cows because, you know, I'm just start trying to cut out chemicals from our food and from everyday stuff that we use all the time, because if you start digging into that, you realize how cancer causing everything in your household is. And I used to coupon a lot for laundry detergent and all that, but I went down this rabbit hole and found out how toxic laundry detergent is. Like it's horrible for you. All the fluoride in your toothpaste. I don't use fluoride in toothpaste and stuff anymore. So that's one of the reasons why I quit couponing for all that low quality stuff, because if that's what you pay for is low quality, that's what you're going to get, it's low quality. And that's how your life is going to be. Your life's going to be low quality too, because you're going to be too sick to do anything. So we started buying cows. I've been doing that for years now, off of a local farmer out of Waverly. We started buying our hogs from farmers. We buy our eggs local from a girl I know. She sells eggs, so we buy those from there. I started canning up my own food, doing my own garden, and it is a lot of work. But each year I get a little better and it's less work. So all this just doesn't change for me overnight. Everything is just gradual. I'm just doing things, you know, a little at a time as I go. When I started clearing out all the chemical stuff in my house, it didn't happen overnight either. I used up what I had, like all the chemical stuff, because, you know, as a couponer, I had a whole bunch of chemical stuff in here. So we used up all that stuff, and as we ran out, I started buying better quality stuff and researching, because, you know, my most prized possession is my daughter, and I wasn't in a place or a space to do this for my son, and, you know, that's something that I've got to live with, and I can't go back and change how unhealthy I was with him. I was young, I was dumb, I grew up very unhealthy, as most of you that know me know. So I didn't get to give him this quality of life. But she's my most prized possession. And personally to me, and I'm not judging, you know, anything or anybody, because I've done the same thing, so it's not a judgmental thing. But now that I'm older and I realize she's my most prized possession. Why am I going to slowly poison my most prized possession all through her life? That way, when she gets older, she now only knows to poison herself. And that's how I personally think about it myself. Again, we're not perfect. I still make mistakes every single day, and I still try to change that. But I don't want her smoking cigarettes like I used to do. That's a nasty habit. I don't want her, just drinking Mountain Dew and pop all day long and shoving her face full of Debbie cakes. That way, when she gets older, and now she's unhealthy, she's on a bunch of pharmaceutical meds, she doesn't work out, she can't run and play with her kids. I don't want to do my most prized possession wrong now that I know better. So as we get through life, we always have to change, and we always have to try to do better. Are we going to backslide some? Oh yeah, absolutely, because I do all the time. We just got to try to fix the problem, and we got to try to move on. So that's what I'm trying to do with Mila. I'm trying to not raise her in a traumatized environment. I'm trying to just, get her eating healthier, better foods. She does. She loves her. If she hears anything about sugar or chocolate or anything like that, buddy, she is on that because she loves it. And, she never even had Cheerios until she went to preschool. But they're working on stuff like that too. So we can't cut out everything. It's just not possible in today's world to just cut out everything in your life that's toxic. It's just not. So we just got to do the best that we can and slowly just cut some stuff out. They do have this really cool app. It's called Yuka also, and I use that a lot. It's not 100% perfect either, but it lists all the ingredients, and it'll tell you what's horrible for you and what's not horrible for you. So if you just start scanning stuff in your house on that app, you'll find how horrible everything in your household is for you. So just, slowly make some changes with your laundry detergent, your toothpaste. My dentist always told me to use fluoride because I always had calcium buildup on my teeth. And the easiest way and the cheapest way to fix that was peroxide. I now just use peroxide. You can't swallow it or anything, but I don't have that issue anymore. So there are small changes that you can do each day, or as you're running out of stuff in your house, just slowly start switching that stuff out. Your laundry detergents and stuff. I did a post on healthier laundry detergent options and stuff, and in the long run, it's going to be cheaper for you. It's a cost up front for sure, but it lasts a lot longer, and it's not toxic to your family. So if you have any questions about how I've slowly started changing, and I still have a lot to change, and I'm still changing stuff every single day to try to make our household a little less toxic, just reach out to me and I'll give you some pointers. Again, I'm not perfect, and I'm still changing, all the time. I go through these life changes and start thinking about stuff. And, I'm a 40-year-old and 44 now. I'm a 44-year mom with a 4-year-old. I have got to do better so she doesn't grow up to be an unhealthy adult, because again, if you look at adults around you, they're very unhealthy. There's not many healthy adults or not many 44-year-olds that can get out there and run and play and jump on a trampoline with their child, because they're just too unhealthy to do that. And they can fix those issues, but they got to be willing to fix those issues, and that comes from within your household, on slowly changing stuff in your household, slowly changing stuff in your diet. Like I said, I drink Mountain Dew, I smoked cigarettes, I did drugs at one point, I did all those things too. So it can be done. You can change it, and you can become healthier. You don't have to live your later years or people probably look at me when I say later years that are older than me like, girl, you're not that old. But, when you think of having a 4-year-old toddler at 44, I'm an old mom compared to most people that have kids. So I just want to be healthy with her. So thank you for listening to me ramble on this morning. It was just a thought that I had at 4 o'clock this morning when I got up. So I was like, you know what, I'm just going to go on, and if it calls to you, you will hear this video, take what you need, leave what you don't. You all have a blessed day. Good morning, everyone. I know